is why anger is making you feel like you're not good enough. Now, this is something that I've been through myself a hell of a lot, is getting angry, and not just angry at myself, but angry at everyone else around me, making the problems that I have either their fault or using it to hate on myself, to dig myself into this deep hole and continually tell myself, you're not worthy, you're not someone to be proud of, you're not good enough, you're not good at whatever it is that you want to do. And so, anger, why that's making you feel like you're not good enough is because anger is really floating on top of the lake. And if we think about what anger is protecting us from, anger is always protecting us from what's below it, what's beneath it. So for some of us, it might be sadness. Some of us, it might be grief. And, I feel sorry for a lot of you who are dealing with grief, especially grief, grieving the loss of a loved one. Could be sadness, grief. It could be something else. Right at the bottom of that is us not feeling good. And so it goes through these layers. And why anger is there is because we don't feel comfortable feeling sadness. We don't feel comfortable feeling grief. We don't feel comfortable feeling that heaviness, that emotion that we're not used to feeling. So for some of us, it might be that we grew up with parents who didn't allow us to cry. They didn't allow us to be sad. They didn't allow us to complain or be worried or be anxious. We constantly had to, as soon as we felt that and expressed a little tiny bit of it to our parents, change that immediately and change that to aggression, to anger, to something that flipped the script, flipped the switch from sadness to anger, aggression, whatever it is. Anything but the sadness, the heaviness that made your parents feel a little bit like flustered. That's not what I want. That's not what I want to feel myself. That's not what I want my kid to feel. So I don't want you to feel that way. And so for us as kids, if we went through that with our parents, then it felt awkward. It felt wrong. Like we felt that we shouldn't feel that way. And so we latched our claws onto anger and found that it worked for us. But for a lot of us, more importantly, that it worked for our parents. That seemed a little bit more acceptable. We got a little bit more attention when we felt that way rather than having like heaviness, the sadness, the grief, the whatever else in terms of emotion was there. And so what it is for us now is understanding that the anger might have protected us, might have made us feel closer to our parents and maybe better as kids. But as we grow older and we realize, man, like I don't feel good enough. The way that I act right now, it might have been beneficial for my parents and helped me connect to them at least a little fraction, a little bit. But right now as an adult, especially as an adult with kids or an adult with a business, holy moly, this anger is no longer helping me. It's not making me the best version of myself. It's not making me the best version of a mum or dad looking after my kids. It's not making me the best version of a partner who can love my partner, who can experience sadness and grief and loss and whatever else that there is without jumping straight into anger and hurting my partner's feelings. And if you're a leader within a business, geez, if you have anger popping up in a business and you're leading people, they're not going to feel safe with you. Neither are your kids, neither are your partner. And so there's constantly going to be this tension. And you're going to worry that you're not good enough again. Exactly like you had when you were younger with your parents, when you went from sadness or whatever it was, the heaviness of emotion, and leapt into anger, and that seemed to work back then. Right now, the anger is making you feel like you're not good enough, like you're not treating people the way that they deserve to be treated. And so the way we actually change that, the way we actually change not feeling good enough, not being connected to our partners, to our kids, the people that we lead, is going to the level just below anger. We know that anger is sitting on the top, it's on the top of the lake, and under it in the water is sadness or whatever else is there. And then under that is not feeling good enough, right? That's right to the base of it. That's right on the ground. When that ship crashes and then it starts drifting down to the bottom of the ocean, it hits the floor, that's where not good enough is. But we're starting from going under the layer beneath anger, and we want to learn how to feel, build our capacity to feel that sadness or whatever that emotion is for you. And one of the best ways I've found to do this for myself, and so to explain it like pretty bloody fast, going through strokes and everything last year, losing memory, vision, all that sort of stuff, coming out the backside of it and previously having a business that was doing $50,000 a month and not having to worry about money at all, and immediately going into hospital and no longer making money anymore and thinking, holy moly, I don't have the thing that was making me feel good enough. I'm coming out of this, I'm not able to work, I'm still having to do rehab. We're hardly getting any money through insurance for rehab. And so that part of me just felt like, holy moly, I'm not good enough. Like, I'm not working, I'm not making money, I'm not doing all of the things that I thought made me a good person or made me someone to be confident in, to be connected to be proud of. That's probably the biggest one, to be proud of. And so I didn't really feel good enough. And what I had to do is every single morning do this process that I call the body emotion reset. The body emotion. Body comes first. Connecting to our body. Because when we feel anger, when we're having sadness or heaviness pop up and then we go straight to anger, what we're essentially doing is we're jumping out of our body because the feeling's there and we're going into our mind and we're deciding to move to anger, and then we're expressing that outwards. That energy, that feeling is no longer inside of us because we're giving that to the people that are around us, and for some of us, the people that we love. And so, body first, what we're going to do is start breathing in through the nose, and as you're doing it, I want your posture to be okay. Wiggle the shoulders up and down, let them drop, let them go out to the back, put your chest up a little, and we're going to do 4 seconds in through the nose, and then 6 seconds out through the mouth, through the nose, either one for you. And so as we're going in 4 seconds, 1, 2, into the belly, filling that up, 1, 2, into the chest, filling that up, and then 6 seconds, and all we're doing with this, the body emotion reset, using this, is reconnecting to our body, bringing our attention back to our breath, back to our body, back to the physical sensations that we have. And so we'll do 6 of those breaths, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. We're doing 6 of them. And then all we're doing with our eyes closed is just keeping that breathing going and asking ourselves, what can I feel in my body? What are the physical sensations? And so we're starting from the head, moving down. And even right now, I can think about it, not too much in my head, because this is something I do every morning. But behind each ear, there's like a little bit of tension. And the traps, there's a little bit of tension. For some of you, you might breathe into the chest. It feels a little bit tight. When you feel down here into the solar plexus or the stomach, it might feel a little bit clogged. You might have something in your throat, in your face, in your head, in the legs and the arms. And so you're just wanting to find what's the physical sensation, and then as soon as you've found them, 6 breaths again, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. And you're allowing yourself to feel those sensations that are in the body. You're not trying to change them. You're not trying to move them on or release them or get them out of here because I don't like how that feels. No, you're accepting what's there. You're not judging it. You're not judging yourself. You're just teaching your body how to feel what is actually present. And once you have, it's on the way out, you're feeling like, that that tension's like gone. That tension's actually gone in my traps or behind my ears, whatever it is for you. Then from here we say, what is the emotion? So you're not judging it. You're not judging what pops up first. Whatever pops up first is probably what you pay attention to. And so if anger pops up first, you just want to ask yourself, okay, anger is there. What is below anger? So it might be sadness for you. It might be fatigue, tired. It might be stressed. It might be worried or anxious. And all you're doing when you find that is, where is that in the body? And then again, 6 breaths. 2 into the belly, 2 into the chest, and then 6 on the way out. And 6 of those breaths, or however long it takes you to feel that sadness, that anxiousness, that worriedness. And then all you're doing from there, again, is not judging it, not trying to release it, get rid of it because we don't want it, is building the capacity to feel it, to accept it, to let it be in the body. Because anger is the thing we jump to because we don't feel comfortable having that heavier emotion there. We've convinced ourselves not to feel it, to jump to anger instead, whether it's anger to the outside world, to the external world, or towards ourselves mentally, emotionally, physically. We feel uncomfortable having it there, so building this capacity to connect to your body through your breath, to connect to the physical sensations and feel them, and then see whatever emotion is sitting there, and to breathe and to accept and to feel that too. What that does is build our capacity to have this emotion in the body, and once we've accepted it, we'll realize that, oh my goodness, that like sadness or that stress that I had in my chest, it's not really there anymore. Like, what do I do with this? And so all you do with this is ask yourself the same thing. What emotion is there right now? Now that sadness or stress or worry has gone, what is there? And for some of you, it might be peace. For some of you, it might be relaxed. Holy moly, what the heck? For some of you, it might be joy. And even the feeling of joy might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Because whether it's sadness, the heaviness of an emotion, or whether it's the higher level emotion, the ones that you might run towards like joy, happiness, or peace, relaxation, that'll probably feel uncomfortable too because we've jumped to anger every opportunity that we've had. So now that we've let go of the heaviness, the sadness, the whatever is there, 6 breaths again, 4 seconds in, 2 into the belly, 2 into the chest, and then 6 seconds out. 6 of those breaths, allowing that good emotion to be there, and again building your capacity to have that emotion there. Understanding that anger is no longer the thing that you need to run towards. It's not what you need to lean on. The relationships that you have, people that you lead, and you deserve to feel sadness, to feel like you're not good enough, to let that go, and then to bring in the good emotion and feel that too, to accept that and to feel like, oh, that feels really different. I'm not used to feeling that, but it feels good. And when you do that, when you build those capacities up for each of those high, low-level emotions, you're going to be comfortable feeling these and less dependent on jumping to anger and maybe irritating, hurting, annoying the people in the outside world, but also irritating, hurting, demonizing yourself. Because essentially the way that we treat our outside world, the way that we treat ourselves is going to determine whether or not we feel good enough. When we build this capacity to have the good come back in, anger doesn't need to be there because it's no longer protecting us. So I hope that helps. Remember, 6 breaths in and you're feeling those physical sensations, asking what the emotion is, 6 breaths on that emotion, and then again, what is the emotion that's replaced what I've let go? And 6 breaths again, building that capacity. Anger no longer has to be the thing that makes you feel good enough, that makes you feel connected. Yes, it might have helped you when you were a kid who didn't feel good enough for their parents, but you were born good enough. You've always been good enough. Anger has just been the thing that's kept you from that. It's the barrier between us and feeling good enough, feeling proud of who we are, and ultimately, finally, loving ourselves. Cheers.